Hello. Hopefully, yeah, I did remember to unmute myself. It's always embarrassing when I pop in and start talking, don't realize I'm muted. No lie, like, you always think of free music being lame. I love this music. I love Harris Heller's Stream Beats tracks. Kills it. Oh, that's still verifying, unfortunately. I was hoping it'd be done by now. But Call of Duty sucks dick. Hey! Morning, Rocky. How are you? Was gonna start with Modern Warfare just to mess around, but and wake up a little bit, but it's still verifying. I had to reinstall it because it was too big for a 240 gigabyte hard drive. It's fucking bullshit. What do I want to do just to mess around for a bit then? I'll do Insurgency. That's what I'll do to mess around a bit while BattleNet's taking its time for Warzone and Modern Warfare. Swear to God, if Insurgency doesn't load, I'll be pissed. There we go. Ah, we have a game. There we are. Stream didn't want to load for some reason. Things have been acting weird. It's been a morning. It's been a morning. No, I was gonna start Modern Warfare, but that's not ready yet. So I figure I'll pop into this. I do want to do, at the very least, if not jumping into Unreal, at the very least talk over, like, you know, what I think makes a good game and all of that. Actually, I have a game dev document I've been working on for a project I want to work on. So hopefully at some point today, I'm gonna get into that and just start going ham on, hey, here's like my thoughts on games and all that. And more than that, just project management, which I think is the problem a lot of game companies seem to have, is they mismanage their resources and focus on things that strictly from a game design, like making the best core game possible, don't lend themselves to it.
Fuck. Yeah, play that Muslim shit, boy. Where's our fucking Mats and Ketchup?
What the shit?
Zack Snyder. We didn't observe her, guys.
I don't remember how to play this game either.
Zack Snyder. Where's our fucking marksman, dude? What noob?
Where am I getting shot from?
This is the position to be when you're a sniper, motherfucker.
Didn't even know. Are the Microsoft MTA certifications worth anything? Anything from Microsoft is worth having. Because again, I think I mentioned this before. Microsoft or certifications primarily are for the first few rounds or for compliance. There are some jobs that require a certain certification for you to have it, especially like government level jobs. But outside of compliance, outside of needing the certification just to have it on paper, therefore HR, there's something easy to give a non-technical person an idea of, hey, this is how you can tell if this person should even be talked to. Because HR is not going to know if someone's bullshitting them, talking about, like, I think NCIS, that fucking hacking scene where Abby and Tim, I think the other guy, were hacking on the same keyboard. They think that's legit, right? They don't know the difference. It's not their job to know. So anyone can bullshit them. It is, certifications are the way. I think I need to fucking change my volume adjustment. Certifications are the way to change that. So that way you can tell HR, this person probably doesn't know what they're talking about unless they have CCNA, unless for like networking, unless they have Windows Server professional certification for server administration, stuff like that. That when you God damn.
You're northeast behind the tree.
That's the only time certifications are worthwhile. If you can keep that in mind, you can talk to them and be like, hey, I don't have that certification, but here's why they want their certification, and I recognize that. So therefore, here's what I know, and my experience can back up why that certification is not needed, right? Like for me, I don't have CCNA. I have done networking to the level of CCNA, right? I've experienced, I have projects that I can point to that show that I know what I'm doing. So I can tell the HR person, hey, CCNA is needed because it's you're hooking up switches for spanning tree, it's setting up routers for a routing protocol, so that way routers will talk to each other correctly. Stuff like that. If you know how to set that stuff up and you can explain it to them in a way that makes them feel that, you don't need the certification. All that said, like, and then once you get to the beyond points, even if you have the certification, anybody who is worth their salt at an interview on a higher technical level, the people who do know this stuff, will ask for a demonstration of your knowledge. Be it a test that they put you through, whatever it is, they will ask for it. They will ask for some sort of demonstration of your knowledge. So as long as you actually know your stuff, you can get past HR because you'll know what to explain to them to not need the certification. And then once you get in front of somebody who like knows what you're talking about, you can prove to them, I know this stuff. Certification be damned, I know this. That's how, hey Blizzard. That's how I've gotten all of my jobs. Is I've never once provided proof that I have a certification. I've always said, hey, like, these are the certifications I have, these are the ones I don't have, here's why I don't need them. Here's why you should interview me anyway. Like, I know enough to be able to talk to these certifications without having them.
Did you get that chopper? It sounded like it did.
That said, all that said, that's why you don't need them. They are worth getting, but you don't need them. Another reason why you might want them anyway, though, is for is for your own education, especially if it's something you're not familiar with. Like, for me, professional project management is something that I might want a certification for just for the course. I'd actually go to the course, I'd actually take the education portion of it. Because for me, I don't even know if it's a person. Because for me, it would be worth it just to learn. Oh, there's a guy down there, of course. But if you're asking from a purely like, do I need this to get a job? As long as you know what you're talking about now, it's not needed. If you're trying to learn something, certifications are a great way to go. They're cheaper than a degree anyhow.
So you guys know they were pushing hard left side.
Let me check my audio mix. Let me drop you a little bit. There we go. Is Modern Warfare done yet? Alright, let's see. Fuck this. I'm doing awful at this. Let's try... see if this will actually launch. Because the problem was it wasn't launching last time. You actually gonna launch for me, or are you just gonna spin? Yeah, you're just spinning. So fuck that. It's not working for me. And I'm not doing good in Insurgency. Fuck it, we'll try it again. I figured the Alpha Fundamentals MTA one will be a solid base. Yeah, like especially where it's something you don't don't have experience in, you can't talk to. Like that's when you would want to start. Like I was saying, like that's how you teach yourself something in a very good way. You can code, but certs can help legitimize that. Not only that, but the certification is more than just, oh, you can code. It certifies like a framework. You learn the right way to code, which is very useful. Standards do matter. As much as people complain about standards and standardization, they do matter. Because if you're working on something individually, you can do whatever you want with your code, because you're the only one that has to worry about it. If you're on a team of like 4 people, you all need to code in a similar manner, so all of your code works together. And the certification will help that. It'll teach you a basic way to code that everyone that takes that certification, or everyone that works in that version of code, should be following. Which is really, it is really useful. More than just learning code, that in and of itself is useful. Yeah. Like, because once you like, you know this, once you know code, once you know a code, you can basically learn anything. The part that becomes that standardization is the part that you're going for then. Like if you were to go to a Python course, if you like, I've never taken a Python course. I can code in Python, like my own stuff. I can make Python scripts. I have never taken a Python course. It would still be useful for me to take one for that same reason. Let's do you.
Hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about right there. Go ahead and push up.
So then some bitches how you clap cheeks.
I like this team.
I felt a bit before.
Call that some bitch Cletus, cause I'm gonna board him like a fetus.
It's like a bag of sand.
Click. Okay, that's how I changed it. Nope. Where's my grenades? I can't throw them up there. Why? Why do I suck at this game? You know you didn't post in stream announcements, right? I can't anymore.
I got that sniper.
Copy. Smoke rounds incoming.
One that smoked my ass. Yep. That was yeah, southwest.
He's still in that building. I shouldn't have trusted the team telling me that they got the sniper. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Try around this wall crate. I think I killed that guy for you.
No, there's a reason I sent it just to you. You're good. There's a reason I sent it just to you.
Sometimes you gotta trust your luck with the hip fire.
Smoke's out. You should see the smoke now.
Said you got that sniper, so I won't get sniped, right?
The one that was near us, yeah, not farther away.
The one that blew my fucking leg off?
I think so, yeah.
You good? I think so. I'm shitting at this game. Not good at this game. I really like this game though, like...
That fucking guy in the book.
Yeah, I got that guy in the building.
How did I not hit him? How did he out-snipe me with an MP7? God, these guns suck dick. These guns are cancer. It's totally not me, it's the guns. It is the guns. I am great, it is the guns. This game just feels so good to play though. Like even where I was missing, I really like legitimately I can tell it was me missing. Like I bet if I went back and watched the replay, like you see every shot was a perfect miss. Like and like even firing I could tell like I was just not aiming right. Go back in this building here. A perfect miss, yeah. It's like I probably like shot between his like shoulder and his head. Just perfect clean miss. I would not be surprised if that was the case.
The only good thing about my bad. The only good thing about this quarantine is that I have hair to pull. And
You have
frustration. Yeah. Finally, right? They say you only grow hair from masturbation. And that's right. They're absolutely right.
Copy. Smoke round incoming.
Get the fat out the web, boy!
Yeah, I see him. I see him. If he peeks out, he's dead.
I forgot that you can peek like this. I need to back up.
I need you to shoot that sniper sooner than I die. Smoke's out.
I got him. I got the one on the bus.
Need you to shoot him next time fast.
Where's the sniper?
He keeps fucking blowing my, like, I have no idea.
Watch the window. Watch the road. Okay, one other guy got low cover.
Move up a little bit. Where am I getting shot at from? Oh, I see him.
You need to smoke out the objective.
Okay, I know where the sniper is.
I think I just one-tapped him.
Right side of B. Right side of B.
What are we looking for?
Sniper guy.
Yeah, 50 cal sniper.
Move him up.
Directly right side of B.
Hey, call in something. Call in something. Pick up.
Nah, they got me that time.
I
think I just
he's
one-domed
sniped where
that-
he is.
one-domed that guy.
On
That'd
the
be
right-
nice.
On the right side on the road somewhere. I just don't know where.
I have a sniper. I'm gonna try to get him.
Anyone on B? Is it still me?
Nice job, guys.
Trying to see any movement. Like that.
By the dumpster.
Alright, we copy. Firing chemical mortar.
I was happy with that one. Go back to burst.
Right here.
That was a zing by my head. I didn't like that. That means someone sees me.
North side.
there's a teammate running. Okay. Ah, he got one to my head. Damn it. He got a lucky shot off. I tried.
Hey, be careful, okay? Shit. Okay. Okay.
Come on, boys, give him the Aloha snack bar.
Follow this daredevil guy.
There's someone in the green building. Negative deck.
Got him. I got him. I got him. I got him.
Okay, down.
Okay, on the west side. West side, there's an enemy. Got him. I got one guy at C. I got one guy. Another guy at C. Watching it heavy, watching it. There's just spawned a new wave, guys. They're all coming right now. Copy that.
Almost iced my own team there.
Frag out, frag out.
Ah, behind. What are we playing today? Currently playing Insurgency. I was gonna play Call of Duty, but it doesn't want to load for me. So doing this for a little bit, and then I think after this round, actually, I want to jump into designing a game, at least from a documentation and like best practice standpoint. Mainly to gauge if there was any interest in that sort of content. Oh, did I get him? I think I got him. I think I just saw a rifle fall from kill. Network cabling standards at work suck. They do. I will not argue with that. Oh, hey, I'm right next to C.
Boys, let's just rush it.
Doo-doo-doo.
In the window, in the window, in the window.
Fuck, stay back, stay back!
Let me see if I can bounce this correctly. I can. But I can't mantle that wall somehow. I see people moving.
Rocket barrage.
So good at this game.
This guy in the building to the left hand side. It's got the blue ad on it.
One of the reasons that I wanted to do Call of Duty is to lead into talking about, like, alright, why is it so close and what is it failing on? One of the reasons I wanted to, but doing this does the opposite. It's like, alright, why is this succeeding so well? And I can kind of compare the two, I guess. I didn't get any extra bandwidth from upgrading to Cat 6, got me 1 meg. So Cat 6 isn't an improvement over 5 in the sense of speed. I think technically, if you want to go super technical, Cat 6 technically has less speed, or over distance. Cat 6 is a standard over 2 things. One, it has the foil in it. If you were to cut it, you would have a foil on the outside of it. 2, the twisting standards for each of the wire pairs is different. It's actually tighter on some. And all of that leads to less bleed, which means with Cat 5, while it's a very small chance relatively, you have a chance of bleed over. Meaning if you have 2 cables running parallel, there is a chance that data from this cable hits this cable because of how electricity works. It's all electricity. Cat 6 mitigates that even further than Cat 5 by making the... How did he not kill him? Wow.
Is that not a head? What the
By having more twists, meaning the frequency, the way, you know, electricity is a waveform, so the more twists, the more waves, it doesn't line up well. So it increases the twist to allow that, as well as have a tinfoil shielding around it that stops further bleed. So that way you can have cables closer together, and more of them closer together, without a massive risk of bleed over. If there's a reason why Cat 5 is more used than Cat 6, even today, Cat 6 is more a secure standard than 5. On that, I'm going to exit to desktop. And I'm just going to hop into this. I got myself pretty close together. Shield. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's a small chance, but it is, there's a chance of bleed over. But, I guess just to see if anyone's doing it. I'm going to change my stream info to, like, I'm going to see if I can get close to, like, a game dev thing. A game dev category. Gaming. Change it to indie game dev for fun. Alright. And there we are. So, on that whole sort of thing on why that, I guess I'll start off by talking about, like, it in general terms, I guess. I don't know how to start this, so I'm just going to start rambling. So, I've had an idea for a while, and I've talked about it on and off stream, about making a shooter. That is kind of like, oh, what I see missing in current shooters, like a very indie shooter. It would be primarily multiplayer. It started off just with this sort of idea, and then like spiraled into other things. So I just want to like go over how I do planning and kind of get myself ramped, see if doing this sort of thing and having people watch me think about, talk about, and then create games is interesting. So like the way I start this stuff, I started off with my idea, the core idea, right here. You're in a near future world, corporations have power and ignore governments, basically like a standard corporate dystopia. Players are contractors. You're brand new, like coming into it. You have kinetic augmented abilities. I'll get into that in a second. This is just like my core, like my brainstorm. What am I basing everything off of? What I want it to have, and then like note like spoils gives that. So this is what I started with. This one little bullet with sub bullets. From that, the way I handle games, and I have so many, each one of these tabs is a different project. I have so many projects that I've done this for that eventually I'll make some of them. Some of them are just for fun brain activities. Then I make an idea sheet where I go a little bit more in depth with everything. It's a multiplayer focused game. You can solo co-op missions if you want to, but it is like focused on the multiplayer aspect. I planned out like a brief outline of what I want my co-op stuff to be, these contracts, regular co-op missions, operations being the PvP competitive portion where you're going against another team. Extraction is another game mode that I thought of that's kind of similar to Dark Zone from Division game series. Also kind of like Escape from Tarkov. You go into an area with a team, and your goal is to just like loot it. Your goal is to get in there, get like whatever you want before the round ends. If you die, you drop all of your stuff. You only keep what you evac with. You don't lose your gear that you go in with, unlike Escape from Tarkov. You get to keep, if you go in with like a nice assault rifle, you'll keep your assault rifle. But anything you find in there, you'll drop on death. And the enemy can pick it up. Vice versa. That sort of stuff. Then how I want my character to progress. You can choose your outlook, your look and kinetic affinity when you're building your character. Your contract levels track your progress through the game. Anything I have a question mark on is something where I'm like, how would this work? Do I want it? Your base of operations, I envision being your main way of leveling up. As you increase base of operations, you get different abilities. You can kind of set your layout to kind of customize that area. You can decorate it. And you unlock new equipment and abilities. Then, alright, how do I want the game to play? It's a third-person shooter. You can swap shoulders. That idea about being able to see around corners in third person. When you get too close to the wall, the camera zooms in. So that way, instead of like leaning up against a wall and seeing around the corner, it'll zoom in on the wall. You can't see around the corner. You can have up to 2 abilities in a loadout. Class mechanics, have points for class, can't use more than total. And all of these I go into detail further here. Like I said, this is just my idea sheet. So for this project, that's all that. The point of this idea sheet is, here's everything, or a lot of things. If I have a random harebrained idea, I put it on this sheet. An idea for a mechanic, an idea for character progression, whatever it is, I put it on this sheet. Everything goes here. This is just empty fun, right? Yeah, there's no, I try to keep some structure to it just for my own sanity, but there's no, anything goes in this idea sheet. The problem I think a lot of people have when they either start a project or they jump into actually working on the stuff, not just thinking it when they actually start working on it, is they only have this sheet. And I've run into that problem too. I've run into the problem where all I've had was this sheet of ideas. That was it. the reason that's a problem is, where do I start and how do I divide my time? Because not all of these are as important to the game as others, right? For instance, this is a multiplayer shooter with like classes, kinetics, all of that stuff, right? With loot and all of that. So just looking at the 3 game modes I have, all of these 3 game modes, based just off of this, are not made equal. Just based off of this, not taking into account any other planning I do, just based off of this one is the more important one. Because this gives me gear, gives me those spoils, so skins. This would allow me to build classes, it would hit co-op. This one is the one that I would, just based off of this first core idea, is the most important. This would be the least important. Because it's kind of uniform, like this wouldn't... You could build an entire game around this and just end it. This could be the only thing I put in this game, and done. It's a co-op game, done. And it could do well. This idea is much harder to do that. A great example is Escape from Tarkov. If I made it so that if Escape from Tarkov, whenever you brought gear into the raid, you never lost gear. You only lost what you found in the raid. You never lost what you brought in. Escape from Tarkov would be incredibly boring. Because like it was just a constant increase. You're just constantly going up. After a couple lucky raids, you're now pinnacle. You can never lose what you have. So it kind of gets boring. That Tarkov gets its fun factor from that tension of shit, I brought my gear, and from that build planning of how do I bring stuff in, right? This idea isn't Escape from Tarkov. This idea is completely different from Tarkov. So this doesn't work with it as a solo game mode. As an add-on, cool, but it's not solo. So like just between these two, I should spend more time on this, less time on this. But in this idea sheet, I don't rate these by time. If I spent more time on this, I fail. Like this idea sheet is just ideas I had, right? So once I have this idea sheet, all that to say, once I have this idea sheet, this random, here's kind of where I'm going, I then, and let me pull it up. I then create a Trello. Kinetic. I then create this. And from this, I get my kind of ordering of what I need to do and what's core and what's not. So I have my internal build tasks, which is this is all the stuff before I can call it an alpha. Before I can even call it an alpha, this is all the stuff I need to get done. So I don't work on any of this until I hit this. These are my core, absolute core systems. How I move, how the player controls movement, how combat on its basic level works. How do I have bullets ricocheting? Do I have, how does weapon damage get calculated? Basic combat. Basic menu system. How do you navigate the game outside of playing it? Like when you're in menus, how do I create those? How data is stored, save files and databases for the game. Because how does a weapon know what damage it does from a database? So that's all done during data storage. My sound system. The game's gonna be pretty boring if you shoot a gun and you don't hear a sound. And then equipment system for what you can equip to a character. Their gear, their weapons, their skills, all of that goes into equipment system. This all is the core of my game. This all will get me to an alpha state. Some people view things differently. This is not, there's no tried and true what an alpha beta is. Like everyone has to follow this. Everyone kind of sees it differently. And I think most people think the way I do. The way I see it is an alpha build is playable, but not complete. not even feature complete, right? So all of this makes a game you can play. It won't be very fun, but all of this, you could put a bunch of signs like in a shoot house around, and you could just do time attack from this all day. Because you have a menu to get into the game, you have sounds, you have your basic animations for movement and controls, you have basic combat where you can shoot the signs and stuff. You can play that. It's not fun, no one's going to pay you money for it, but you can play it. So now I'm in alpha stage. Now I'm building, and it's a very basic game. Like, there's nothing special about this. There's plenty of games where you can equip stuff. There's plenty of games that have gunshot sound. Every game has gunshot sounds. There's plenty of games that every game has menus. You can move in every game, move something in every game. There's nothing special here. Alpha is where you add those systems that are special. So, and in alpha, I start to do my graphic options, which both means how can my players adjust the graphics to their settings, as well as what is my style. That's where that starts coming in. Like, do I want it to go more realistic? Do I want it to start having cartoony shaders? How do I want my graphics to look, and how do I want players to be able to set them? Same with sound. Do I want this is like a future setting? Do I want them to sound more futuristic, or do I want them to sound realistic? How can players change that? Gameplay options, difficulty settings, difficulty sliders, AI sliders, everything I want there, and everything that controls gameplay gets set here. Multiple control schemes. Do I want to allow gamepad? What gamepads do I want to support by default? All of that. Enemy AI. How does my enemy respond? Are they going to be smarter, more static, like Call of Duty? How are they going to react to playing? My base building, my classes, my character creation, all of this stuff fleshes out my game and makes it unique. How I implement this, a lot of games have classes. This gives me the chance to create a classes. Needs more HDR. Graphics always need more HDR. True, that would go under there. Like, do I want to support HDR for that extra vibrance or not? Like, and that would depend on like what style I'm going for. If I'm going for a more cartoony style, HDR might be a detriment. Because it might throw off my shaders. If I'm going for a more realistic style, HDR is almost a necessity, because that will give that deep, vibrant colors that you get in a realistic life. So yeah, HDR would be another consideration. But this is all how you make stuff. Like, bunch of games have classes, bunch of games have base building. How I implement them for Kinetic, for the game Kinetic, makes it itself. And that's what happens during alpha. That's why alpha is the longest list. Alpha has the most stuff in it. Alpha is where all the work happens. This, I can download all of these easy. I can just buy them all off of Unreal and plug them in a day. Done. This, I can't do that with. This, I have to, if I buy a class system, I have to heavily edit it to make it my class system. This is where your game is made. Once I complete all of this, and I get all of these completed and all this is all stuff I have prioritized for alpha. Going back to the ideas list, you'll notice that on my ideas list I have game modes and like classes and stuff. How I determined what's in the alpha and what's in the beta is asking the question of, if it's not in my game, do I have a game? Or do I have my game? The game modes don't make my game. Like, whether or not it has team deathmatch, whether or not it has control, whatever, doesn't make Kinetic my game. Like, even Rush, very important for Battlefield. Rush is a great thing. It still doesn't make Battlefield Battlefield. Like, if Battlefield didn't have Rush, people would complain. Like, if Battlefield 6 came out didn't have Rush, people would definitely complain. But that's not what makes it Battlefield. People would be like, oh, this isn't Battlefield. So that's not a core, integral part of Battlefield. Vehicle combat. The squad system where you have those distinct classes that you can customize within, but you can't give a sniper rifle to an assaulter and stuff like that. That's what makes Battlefield Battlefield and stand out amongst the other shooters. Destructive environments. That's all stuff that would be alpha for Battlefield, because those are what define Battlefield. not game modes. So, on my ideas list, as I was looking through this list, I spotted like, so I have game modes here, I have classes, my base of operations, the mechanics of third-person shooter, all of this stuff, right? And I decided what makes this, what would make kinetic kinetic? Like, what would, when someone sees it, they're like, that's that game. And that's what goes in alpha. That is my most important. I can't call it kinetic without it being in there. Everything that's nice to have, like game modes are nice to have, more maps are nice to have, stuff like that. Those are wish list stuff that can go on beta and beyond. So in my beta, I choose the stuff that I need for a released game. Before I sell it to somebody, what do I need to add? After I make the game, before I sell it to somebody, before somebody will pay it, I do this. So matchmaking, that way people don't have to find friends. They can just join a game and go. A good ranking system, so that way that as they improve in their game, the game rank matches it. Different game modes, so that way when they're playing it, let's say they get bored with Team Deathmatch, they can go on Conquest, they can go on Control, they can go on whatever. More items and weapons, more stuff to acquire, more maps, so they're not playing the same map all the time. These aren't stuff that are needed, but these are those extra things that like people will buy your game for. They will definitely rate your game on, but it doesn't make it kinetic. Like, it's not kinetic unique. And as well as fine-tuning multiple console versions, stuff that adds on to your game. This is also the stage where for monetization, you'd start thinking of storefront. You should never, and this is where I think a lot of games have issues for AAA. They think of, how does this game make money back here? They either build it into a core system, or they design these things around making money. They design classes around money, base building around money. None of this should have anything to do with how you make money. Because, going back, this is your game. This is the basics. This is what makes it unique. If any part of what makes your game unique is how you make money off of your game, you failed creatively. Like, because you are telling people, my game is meant to make money and that's it. And that, I mean, think about it outside of video gaming. If somebody designed a car and you could just look at that car and just intrinsically tell that a big core part of them designing that car, like literally from like how it operates as a vehicle, was to make you spend more money, not to be safer, not to drive, not the stuff that when you think of a car you think of. It's like to make money. Let's say the tires were designed to be replaced more often, so you have to spend money. Let's say the GPS, rather than it had a built-in GPS that you couldn't turn off, you had to always have on for the car to function. But instead of it coming with the car, you have to pay a monthly fee for it. Like, instead of the car turning on, in the worst case, you have to pay $1 every time. When a core part of your car is making money, it's not good. It's not a good product. Same thing with games. Same with any product. A core part of it money should be, all right, I have something good. I have something here that's good, that's unique, that stands out from competitors. Now, how do I make money off of this? I have something people want to buy, want to have. Now, how do I make money off of it? How do I set the price? Do I add additional features? That's what all that comes from. And that's beta. Beta is your fine-tuning, your bug fixing, your adding of minor additional things that don't, if they end up not making it into the game, your game isn't a flop. Which, again, storefront. If my storefront never made it into this game, the game wouldn't be a flop. I just wouldn't make as much money off of it. That's fine. And then post-release is everything that's like, game's complete. I don't need to worry about this game anymore. now I can work on other stuff to keep people interested, other stuff to round it out. So like special events, holiday events, stuff like that. More cosmetics. Don't need, like, I should have plenty in here, but cool. Like, you want to have a gold gun? That can be something post-release. Some extra gear drops, so that way people can find new gear, maybe new game modes, new maps. This is all stuff that is completely extra, and if I never did any of this, the game would still be complete. So that's how I turn an idea sheet, this idea sheet of just free-for-all thoughts, and this is probably one of my shortest idea sheets, into this is my plan, this is how I build the game. And then from there, I start going into planning, like, here's how my classes look. Here's my control scheme, my basic control scheme. Here's my ideas for equipment, like what type of weapons are having, what are my lethal equipment, what's my tactical, how my loadout looks, like what can a player equip to their loadout, how attachments work, rarities, because this will have a rarity function, how does that work, stuff like that. Then I can, now that I have my core idea of what I need to work on, I can start, you know, planning all the things. So, and on that, I'm going to chatting real quick now that I didn't show anything. All that also to say, that is how I also judge other games. So when I complain about stasis, for example, in Destiny, the reason I do that is because when you look at Destiny and break it down into what makes Destiny Destiny, when you play Destiny, what drags you into it? You think of a lot of things. You think of the weapon handling. Each weapon has a very distinct way it handles. Each weapon class has a very distinct way it handles. You think of exotics. How each exotic has a very cool, unique effect that a lot of shooters don't have, something like an exotic. You think of the classes, the Warlock, the Titan, the Hunter. And on that, you think movement. Every class has a very unique, identifying way it moves. But they all move. So then when you post-release, you have a complete product. Post-release, you release something that literally breaks part of your, what identifies your game as your game. It's just not, it feels wrong. It feels alien. It feels out of place. Same thing with, will Call of Duty load? I actually kind of want to play Call of Duty today. Will Call of Duty load? But that's why, like, Modern Warfare and, like, to a bigger extent, Cold War have the same problem. Where they have a Battle.net its cell phone open. What the fuck? Okay. But that's why Call of Duty and stuff has problems too. Excuse me. Where they have a core idea. But go against it. Call of Duty is a very fast-paced, run in there, shoot stuff game. It always has been. Every game is in that that vein. But when you have a when you start adding things that take away that, like mounting weapons, when you start building maps that, oh, we want to design head glitch spots so that way you can just stand there and have your head over a wall a little bit and get shots off. When you design elements that make you stay still in a movement that's supposed to be in a game that's supposed to be fast and aggressive and in there and high time to kill, you're self-sabotaging. Because that's not what people play it for. That's not what your core game is. Oh, hey, it loaded. I'll talk about that more. I want to do that. I want to do it today as a game dev stream. I'm just going to play a bunch of games. I'm going to change my stream settings. I'm going to play a bunch of games and just talk about what I think about them. Let me change my settings. Live streaming, edit. Game discussion edition. And then change this to Modern Warfare. There we go. And it requires a restart. Oh, I'm glad I got it fucking working finally. I don't know what was wrong with it. Now is it going to come back? It's the big question. Are you actually going to come back? The big question. Come on. There we go. Here we go.
Rescue mission is full bar.
Cool. I don't care. Don't care if it's FUBAR game. I'm just glad that'll work. But like, so as I was saying, like you have a core ethos to how every game. Why is this game performing badly? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's full screen. Let's drop you. So you don't irk me as much. Cool, thank you. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So I should be good. I'd think. Boost low. Alright. Oh, what just happened to my stream, though? Alright. Now if I go back into Warzone, are you going to be fine with me? What's going on, Warzone? Why are you messing up on my stream? If I go back to... Do you not want me to be at a smaller resolution? That's weird. Okay. Guess I'm playing on this. Hopefully, it streams well. But as I was saying, like, this game's meant for... The core thing is, like, we're running in, guns blazing. Like, it's a very high... high-speed game kind of breaks when you make a game that runs slower, that you're supposed to be slow. It looks fine on my end. Oh, on my end it was freaking out on me. Sure, I'll equip an AS Val. What do you... Oh, before, yeah, it was bugging it. Yeah. At least now it's fine. I'm just wondering how it'll operate in game. Let's just play and see how it acts. We'll see how it does. Another thing that happened on Call of Duty. Like I said, I'm just gonna discuss games while I play them. So another thing about Call of Duty is they have a very core visual of realism in their visual fidelity. Like we're talking about how graphics options work. They aim for realism. Hard. Like you can see here, like the lighting off of this character, you can see the lighting like interacting with her muscles, with her hair, casting shadows dynamically. It looks really great. Problem. Problem with that becomes when you add a character that has an all black skin, like literally every part of them is a dark shade of black where you don't even see the shadows. When you have a game like this, that lighting is very realistic, meaning that a dark shadow without a light source is very dark on your screen, and you have an all black skin. Now you have a game where people are going to choose that skin because they blend in and you just can't see them. That isn't good. That isn't a good way to run it. It breaks a core part of your game. It breaks the graphics. It breaks graphics, and it breaks a core part of their game that makes them unique on the alpha side is their characters. Your operator skins. Now, you can't, if you want to be good with the game, you can't choose whatever operator. You choose that operator. Because it just gives you an advantage. That's not an open door. That is, though.
Hardpoint identified. Secure the area.
I'm taking fire!
Capture
But
the
I'm not this
objective.
instead.
Hardpoint secure. Taking control.
I mean, I'm gonna die, but...
Reloading.
I don't know how that didn't hurt me.
Reloading.
I'm very happy that it didn't, but I don't know how it didn't.
Underground.
Reloading. You're good.
I don't know why he didn't just shoot me.
Okay, get to the hardpoint.
Oh, I got up just, yeah.
Enemy down.
And it sucks, is like, this game is so close to being like, amazing. It's just minor things that really take it out.
Hardpoint contested. Friendly care
Oh, he was sitting there with an RPG. You're kidding me.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint secure. Enemy personal radar in the air. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. 10 seconds. Get ready to move.
Hey, Frags. Yeah, I started streaming early today. I woke up. My girlfriend had to work today, so I woke up at like 6. And I wanted to do a different kind of style of game, of stream, where I talked more about like how like I feel game dev should be handled, for lack of a way of saying it. And kind of talk about like strengths and weaknesses of games. So I've just been chilling with that. We started with Insurgency, then I went over a project I'm working on, and now I'm on talking about like why this game in particular, why Modern Warfare is so close to a perfect Call of Duty.
Enemy at the destroyed building.
Why can't I throw a grenade? What? Oh, grenade's E for me, isn't it? Yeah.
One down.
Taking the hardpoint. Stand by to move.
Enemy at the barber shop.
Yes, firing RPGs. I could tell you put a lot of effort into them now. So much effort.
Enemy UAV
Like, it took me a good
Enemy
3
personal radar in
days
the air.
to make, fucking hell. Took me a good 3 days to make that thumbnail. I'm glad you appreciate the intense stress that I put myself through.
Hardpoint contested. Enemy UAV overhead.
Reloading. Throwing grenade.
And like, I'm definitely awful at this game, so I'm by no means like a authoritative expert on it, but it's just to kind of bring
10
you up
seconds. Get ready to move.
to what I've been talking about before. All games have a core to them that defines them. It's sad to say, but I don't think there will ever be another perfect COD. Probably not.
Get to the hardpoint.
And it's because of this. Like, all games have a core to them. They have the gameplay core,
Enemy near main street. I'm reloading.
which is
I'm reloading.
like how the very basics of how it plays. Like, I can run, I can sprint, I can double sprint, I can shoot, but like a bunch of games have this, right? This isn't unique. There's so many shooters. Then they have that, what makes them unique. Like, what makes, when you think Call of Duty, what comes to mind?
Reloading.
And that is very unique to the game. That's what makes the game Call of Duty. And everything about a game should apply to those things, right? And nothing you do should attack those core systems, those core ethos. In addition, I strongly believe none of that core ethos should be money. There should never be a time where a core part of your game is, how does it make me rich? So, when you have a game like Call of Duty, that part of its core ethos is, how can I make money off of it? That part of, that adds stuff like the
Me at the trench.
E. Fuck, I was pressing F. That part of the core ethos, or part of the things they add on, the rose skin, the black rose skin, completely makes it so that you now have a skin in the game, a money-making skin, that no other skin can compare to gameplay-wise. You start attacking your core ethos, you start making a bad game. In addition, part of the core part of what Call of Duty is it's very run in, shoot, like what I'm doing. You run in, you shoot, you have a fast engagement, you do crazy fun shit, right? That is COD. When part of so like that is COD, like you're running in, you're doing fun stuff, you're fucking shooting, run and gun. When you add a system then that does this, now I'm static. When you make gameplay stuff that rewards you from not doing that core thing that defines your game, you're bad. You're just, that's it. You're doing something bad.
We're losing this fight. Get your heads in the game.
And that's where this game falls. That's why this game's so close. It has such fun, but it attacks itself too much. It tries to make too much money where it doesn't need to. It uses those money things to attack its gameplay, its lighting. It's meant to look realistic, so it has this great lighting system, and then dark. Oh, that was the gun I was using. Where is it? There it is. Then it uses a skin that makes it so that a dark character can immediately just disappear in lighting. Like, it's just not a... It keeps attacking itself. It's not a good design. You gonna peek? You gonna peek? Nope, you're not. Of course. Oh my god. I was doing good at the beginning of this round.
Clean yourselves up.
At least I went top of my team. And it sucks because, like, this game is fun to play. It's just those few things just knock it down. Unlocked a new MP5 apparently at some point. I don't know which one was the one I unlocked, but apparently I unlocked one. Oh well. The good news is playing games like this that do fall short, and like when you can identify where they're falling short, is how you make a better game. That's how you make a better product. And that's all games are products. Why is this game not hitting where it should? Why are people complaining about this game? Is it a reasonable complaint? Because not all complaints are reasonable. Is it a reasonable complaint? And if it is reasonable, how do I fix it? So where we've identified, okay, like, this game falters on
Hardpoint. Capture and defend the hardpoint. When it moves, you follow.
on its
First hardpoint identified. Move to secure.
core value of being fast, on its graphic fidelity between skins, and it pushes monetization way too hard. We can
Capture the objective. Location secure.
we can make a better product from
Have
that.
control. Crush them.
What?
Okay. Right. Mommy said Bobby gets.
How did I not hear them?
She said she was going to get us out of the way just so we won't go. I got another house.
Hardpoint secure.
All right.
Enemies got the hardpoint.
Nope, that's the wrong button.
Hardpoint contested. That's the hardpoint.
Right click to enable cursor.
Okay.
Who's that
hardpoint
person
moving.
fucking shouting? Spacebite? Fucking.
Enemies taking the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. We've got the hardpoint.
Again, an example of why that's bad.
Enemy UAV overhead. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint secure. The enemy took the hardpoint. 10 seconds. Ready to move. Okay, hardpoint moving. Enemy precision airstrike. Get down. Enemies got the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested.
Well, that does not have range for that attack. That weapon does not have the range for that.
Hardpoint contested. Get ready, we're about to move. Enemy personal radar overhead. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint moving. Location secured. Hardpoint contested.
I feel this weapon isn't good for this map.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested.
Was he just staring at me? Yeah.
We are in command here. Hardpoint contested. Go, get to the next one. Reloading!
How do I not?
Enemy in the way. Hardpoint secured.
Reloading.
Reloading!
Straight down.
The enemy took the hardpoint.
Changing mags. We're back.
Of course someone shot me from behind.
Get to the next one.
That's the way it works.
Enemy UAV overhead.
At least I made them scatter.
Overhead. We've got the hard point. Command is ours. Maintain pressure. Enemy's got the hard point. We are losing ground. Focus. Stand by to move. Enemy cruise missile. Come on. Let's go. Enemy. Somebody shoot. Over here. Changing back. Location secured. Hardpoint lost. Location secured. Enemy UAV overhead. Reloading. Hardpoint contested. Following you. Stand by to move. Dude, he's changing mags. The lead is
I'm
out.
camping as I'm pieing a corner.
We're halfway there. Changing mags. Next hardpoint. Let's go. No grenade. Enemy at the warehouse.
I love the random complaints over kill cams. That's one of the things that this game has added that's great, is death fucking comms.
Hardpoint contested. 10 seconds. Changing max. Next hardpoint. Enemy UAV overhead. The enemy took the hardpoint. Enemy at the junkyard. Taking fire. Reloading. Hardpoint contested. Black twist. Let's go. Reloading. Hardpoint contested.
Bro.
Hardpoint contested. Enemy in sight. Ready to move. Hardpoint secured.
I see one.
Enemy at the shipping area. Next hardpoint. Let's go. We've got the hardpoint.
Ah, I keep forgetting it's C, not control. I need to swap with those. Oh shit, shiver. I need to swap those controls. Let me do that real quick.
Target down. Friendly care package inbound.
Movement.
Hardpoint contested.
That's
Enemy's
fine.
got the hardpoint.
I need to do left control.
10 seconds. Get ready to move.
There we go.
Enemy UAV overhead. Target ID. contested. Kill confirmed. Hard point secure.
Nothing for you.
Friendly sending gun online.
All the way up top.
Enemy at the bridge. Boogie system deployed. Hard point contested. Reloading. The enemy has the lead. Get ready, we're about to move.
All right.
Hard point. The enemy took the hard point. Down, not dead. Grenade down. Claymore set.
One down.
I'm just gonna go under. That was close.
Abort mission. Regroup.
You can't speak to me. You fucking suck, bitch. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. You can't say shit to me. You can't say shit to me. They got 45 kills. 45. 45 though. 45. But I won, bitch. I won, you little bitch. I won, you little bitch.
What? How miserable must that guy's life be for him to get that worked up and excited over winning a game with 45 kills in Call of Duty? Just think about that. Like, for that to get him that excited. Like, I wish one day I could be that excited about anything. Oh well, not to be. Have you the bar should set low? Yeah, that's low. But again, that game kind of shows what I was talking about. Like, I used it several times there because it's more efficient. It breaks the game, but it's more efficient to just stand there and camp a corner in a run and gun game like that. Going back to what we were talking about, that breaks this game. It's not good design when part of your core design.
Control the hard points.
Okay,
as
when
they
part
are
of your
located.
core design is that, you know.
We have our first target. Move out.
I feel something's wrong.
One down. We control the hard point. We're in the lead. Hard point contested.
Reloading.
Hard point. Hard point lost. Hard point contested. Seconds. Get ready to move. Enemy UAV overhead. Control the hard point. Hard point contested. Go. Get to the next one. Reloading. We've taken the hard point. Hard point contested. You've lost the lead.
That's not that guys.
Enemy at the office. Cluster strike.
Good job keeping us off.
I see movement. Enemy UAV overhead. Stand by to move. Changing max. Go. Get to the next one.
Damn. Started strong.
Reloading. Enemy's got the hard point.
Three.
Hard point secure. Hard point lost. Stand by to move. We've taken the hard point. Hard point lost. Hard point contested. Location secured. Next hard point, let's go.
What gun is that that did that little damage? I think that was just lag on that, and like I should have died a lot faster to that, I think. Come on, V. Fucking V. Thank you. Shit.
I have to reload. Reloading. We've got control. Hard point
Like this
contested.
is not a good game style.
Ground. Fight harder.
I want to see this. Okay.
Go. Get to the next one. Hard point secure. We've taken the lead. Enemy at the warehouse.
Coming through the door.
UAV overhead. Hard point lost. Yeah, changing max. Hard point contested. We can control the hard point. Enemy missile incoming. Reloading. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. Reloading. Friendly precision airstrike on the way. Grenade out. Go. Get to the next one. Enemy cruiser deployed.
Thank you. I need more ammo. That was kind of sad.
Enemy UAV overhead. Hard point contested. We've taken the hard point. Fighting. The enemy took the hard point. Get ready. We're about to move. Enemy cruise missile incoming. I'm under attack. contested. The enemy took the hard point. Cluster strike. Hard point secure. Get ready, we're about to move. VTOL get ready for tasking. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Next hard point, let's go. White phosphorus ready to burn. We control the hard point.
Locked on target. Fight.
Hard point contested. Hard point lost. Enemy UAV overhead. Hard point contested. I'm reloading. We're on fire. The cargo can control the hard point. Hard point contested. Stand by. Hard point lost. Hard point contested. We've taken the hard point. Course
Oh, yeah.
non-station.
That thing over here.
Hard point contested. Hard point lost. Enemy cruise missile incoming. We've taken the hard point.
Locked on target. Fire.
Copy. Phoenix 3-1. Dropping white. The enemy took the hard point. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. Hard point secure.
Reloading.
Reloading. Next hard point. Let's go. Hard point secure.
Changing back.
Enemy's taken the hard point. Enemy in the shipping area.
Changing max.
Hard point secure.
Changing max.
Friendly precision airstrike. Dark side. Stay focused. Hard point contested.
What's ready?
Get ready. Hard point lost. Hard point contested. Enemy at the shipping area. Next hard point. Let's go.
God, I can't believe that didn't work.
Enemy's taking the hard point. Hard point contested.
Really? No one's coming through here? Oh, well, I slowed him down. We could at least get set up.
Throwing grenade.
Right in the asshole.
Trophy system deployed. Get ready.
Oh god, I love games that have your team able to block your shots.
Enemy's got the enemy took the hard point.
Like, the worst part of how this game is I really like this game.
Hard point contested. EMP's on the way. Let's go. Secure.
I really like this game.
Work.
There's a max throughput between Cat 5 and Cat 6, but not Cat 5e and Cat 6. Yeah. Yeah, Cat 5e was the enhancement that Cat 6 is built on. Yay! I'm liking, now that I'm getting used to how the Val works, I'm liking it. And like, that's another thing, so positive, I don't want to just be negative for this game, right? A positive for this game. The weapons feel great. Like, legitimately. Like, the weapons, like, feel so good. I may or may not be studying while catching stream. Fucking do it. Studying helps. It's part of the reason why I'm decent at my job is, like, I read up on things. I study whenever I can. Might need to make myself a drink after this. I need to go back to the store. I haven't, I don't have any, alcohols. Amazon. So I'm trying to get a new graphics card, a 3070, and they're just sold out everywhere, constantly, immediately sold out. So I'm joined in like a bunch of discords that like alert everyone when a card gets in stock somewhere to hopefully get one. My goal is to finish Net Plus by the end of next month. I was aiming for this month, but hey, it happens. And if you need any help with it, let me know. Like, I may not be good on a lot of the necessarily textbook stuff, but, like for, like, teaching, but I can at least help with, like maybe doing flashcards or stuff like that.
The enemy took the hard point. Capture the objective.
I forgot I can't lean. Too much insurgency.
Stand by to move.
Okay.
I'm reloading.
Get to the hard point. Move. Enemy's got the hard point. Enemy at the tire shop. Enemy UAV overhead.
Who the fuck killed my teammate?
Enemy UAV overhead.
This is so dumb. I was slogging through the actual course material provided by the school, but the general consensus of the course chatter was F the course material. Yeah, that's how a lot of certifications actually will treat it.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint secure.
Oh wow, I was just an idiot there. That's how a lot of people will treat it. Is fuck the course material. Here's the important stuff. Man, I'm sucking this round. Either that or I'm facing the most tryhard of tryhards.
Location secured. Enemy UAV overhead. Incoming. Take cover. Hardpoint contested. Get ready. We're about to move. Enemy at the center. Enemy's halfway there. Step it up. Go. Get to the next one. Changing back.
Come on, I literally just spawned there.
Location secured. Changing back. Lost. Right there. Enemy at the office. Enemy UAV overhead. Friendly UAV online.
I'm supposed to have a 90% on course material precedent before scheduling. I mean, yeah, but that's memorization. That's another problem I have with certification courses, is it focuses on memorization over, like, actually knowing what you're talking about.
Get ready. We're about to move.
How, though?
Care package in
I have to have put an add-on somewhere that lowered my bullet damage.
Enemy UAV overhead. We're losing. Turn it around. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover. Hardpoint contested. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. Hardpoint secure. Get to the hardpoint. Move.
Reloading.
Enemy at the yellow building. The enemy took the hardpoint.
Changing back.
Jesus Christ.
Changing back.
I pressed E to melee, and that's my grenade.
Hardpoint secure. Hardpoint secure.
Reloading.
Mierda, coño!
And that and one-hit kill weapons, like, just break the game.
Hardpoint contested. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. UAV overhead. Hardpoint contested.
Enemy at the
Enemy's taking the hardpoint. Next hardpoint. Let's go.
All right.
Location secured.
I need to get back in the game.
Hardpoint lost. We control the hardpoint. 10 seconds. Get ready to move. Enemy precision airstrike inbound. Hardpoint contested. The enemy took the hardpoint. Reloading. Get to the hardpoint. Move. We've taken the hardpoint. Cluster strike is go for launch.
Locked on target. Fire.
Building 2-0, good copy. Cluster strike away.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Reloading. The enemy took the hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. We've taken the hardpoint. Enemy's got the hardpoint.
I did awful that round.
Defeating today. Not
Did so bad.
lying down.
That said, Net Plus, going back to the conversation, Net Plus honestly isn't awful.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Like, I hate going through the textbook stuff, but Net Plus is, in the grand scheme of things, like, if you really sit there, you can memorize it easy. It's all memorization, like I said. Let me back out. I'm starting to fade again. Glory of getting, like, no sleep. So I'm going to quickly throw on... Or, yeah, let's do stability. What did you do? Yeah, let's... Fuck you. And let's toss on you. And I'm going to really quickly grab a drink. So I'll be right back. All right. Now I have my drink all made. Make me through the last half of this lazy Saturday stream. So I got, because my doc's like, oh, you need, I told my doc, going back even further, told my doc, hey, I'm falling asleep while driving. My sleep doctor specifically for my sleep. I'm falling asleep while driving. Need someone to help me sleep better, so that way I don't fall asleep while driving. I'm not so tired. Doc was like, oh, here's drink energy drinks. Just drink energy. Like, fuck you. But I did it because, I mean, I don't want to fall asleep while driving. No doctor should tell you drink energy drinks to fix your sleep. But anyway, Red Bull's expensive. I was buying one 12-pack a week of 8-ounce Red Bulls, and that's like $22 a week for 12. And I'm like, that's just expensive. Is there a cheaper way that you can do this? So I started looking up other energy drinks, and then I found Juju, a relatively newer energy drink, and it's designed for gamers, which is primarily how I found it. But the only reason I decided to go with it is because it's designed for gamers. They also add a bunch of vitamins for your eye health, because sitting in front of a computer all day, like, fucks with your eyes. So I'm very happy with it so far. I got it, and it's like 40-ounce can for like $40, I think. It comes out to like 30 cents cheaper per drink than Red Bull. So, you know, comparable cost. But I'm actually, like, when I got it, I was like, it's a powder, you mix it. I never had good luck with powders tasting good. I love this shit. It actually tastes delicious. At the very least, the blue raspberry does. That's the one I have. And it fucking tastes great. One stop bitching about put accidentally is not quite so bad. I just saw that comment. Yeah, like, Netflix isn't bad.
Oh, he's behind the door.
Reloading. Target marked. Requesting fire mission.
Loading 0. Good copy. Lesser strike away.
Of course. Can't kill me with guns. They can't kill me with guns. I almost tried to drink my mic. That's how tired I am. I reached for my mic to drink. I like this gun, though. I like the valve.
HQ is down. Stand by. We're in control. Next HQ up in 10. Get ready. Get to the new HQ.
Enemy at the bus.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Reloading.
HQ active. Move to secure. Securing the HQ.
Reloading. Enemy at
Exploder 2-0. Copy.
Securing the HQ. HQ secure. Hold out as long as you can.
Damn, didn't get that guy. I always used to sell cases of Rockstar was like 12, 13. That's not bad. I don't like Rockstar quite as much. Like, I'm trying to go away from high sugar content stuff, both for health and because sugar causes a crash. Like with Red Bull, I'd always buy the sugar-free ones for that reason.
HQ contested.
There's a reason I never drank a lot of energy drinks before is because of that crash. I hated it. Used to be only when I was drinking.
Okay, get ready to move.
I don't know if this is it, but I'm going to sit down here just in case.
Head to the new HQ.
Nope, not it.
HQ is green. Get a move on. Securing the HQ. HQ contested. Enemy on the HQ. Get over there. HQ contested. Be advised. Friendly precision airstrike inbound. HQ contested.
I thought that was David Tennant. I was like, why the fuck is David Tennant in this game?
We're disabling the HQ. Check fire! Friendly! UAV overhead. Location
That's the main
secure.
limited flavor choice. Yeah.
Okay, get ready to move. Friendly UAV overhead.
I tell you though, like I'm really surprised and happy with Juju so far.
New HQ.
I'm reloading.
I think I'm gonna try a green apple next. Blue raspberry's been great, but I'm gonna try some other flavors. I'm not trying to get too sick of just one. Of course they're behind us already. Allergies are acting up again.
HQ is online, securing. We're at the HQ, stand by. Hello.
Reloading.
HQ secured. Hold out as long as you can.
Trying not to give myself away.
Reloading.
AO is too hot. You'll redeploy with the next wave. HQ contested.
Really?
It's a breach. Defend the HQ.
CBD oil addict fucking killing us. Solid plan. Yeah, I don't want to get too sick of it. I'm enjoying it so far. I need
Enemy at the scaffold.
I need to be using this for a while, so I can't have myself getting too sick of it now. Why did my weapon suddenly change?
HQ is online. Secure it.
Why did I put away my pistol?
They're capturing the HQ. Go. Reloading. HQ is on. No reinforcements available. We're winning this. Keep it tight. Contact. Friendly UAV overhead. Precision airstrike. Take cover.
Well, didn't do awful. I do like this gun. Who's adding me as a friend on what? Oh, Eric. Let me add him and Jess. There we go. Makings of friends. I don't even realize I didn't have them on Facebook. I thought I did. Oh, my stream deck just died. That sucks. There we go. Came back. This is why I don't go to clubs. You can only do this shit when Lexi's not here. Man. I really do like this gun, though. Let the music move you. Oh. I wish I could dance. I feel like it'd be more fun if I could dance.
Capture and defend the hard point. When it moves, you follow.
Enemy at the junkyard.
Hard point ID.
Ah, that door's closed.
Big head enemy.
Throwing grenade.
Capture the objective.
Weird playing like this.
Hard point contested. Hard point control. We've taken control.
You're good.
But don't worry about it,
Taken
dude.
the hard point.
Oh, okay.
What?
Back alley.
Oh, I need to see this. How? That wasn't even near my head. That was like on my shoulder.
Y'all gonna argue, bro. Turn off your mic.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Two-step is a validate. I don't even know what the two-step is. I would just like shuffle. What the fucking lag? I would just like shuffle. What the fuck?
Bro, they ain't gonna RPG in there, bro.
Why does it keep freezing like that?
I'm taking fire. Reloading.
Wow.
Okay.
How did he know I was there?
Reloading.
One step left, one step right, repeat indefinitely. It's not a real dance. That's called walking.
Loader 2-0.
Wrong gun.
Copy. Left to strike away.
Remember me? Get down, you're clear.
Next hard point, let's go. Hard point secure.
Trophy system deployed.
I move with some violence, some fucking speed.
Get to the next one.
Reloading.
Enemy in the compound. Trophy system deployed. Enemy in the junkyard.
How was he in there and didn't get hit by my grenade?
Personal radar in the air. Enemy UAV overhead. Stand by to move.
I'm reloading.
Enemy at the junkyard.
How?
Okay, get to the hard point.
This match is acting really weird. Between the freezing, which hasn't happened at all, between me shooting a person dead to rights and them going, I just don't feel like dying.
Trophy system deployed.
The enemy took the hard point. Halfway there, step it up.
Enemy at the junkyard.
Stand by to move. Go, get to the next one.
Reloading.
Enemy personal radar in the air. The enemy took the hard point. Hard point secured. Hard point secured.
System deployed.
Reloading.
Hard point contested. Hard point lost. That one's got wood. Location secured. Hard point contested. Looking out for you. Enemy UAV overhead. Get ready. About to move. Hard point contested. Go, get to the next one.
Enemy at the top.
Reloading.
Enemy UAV.
Overhead. Cluster strike incoming. Take cover. Enemy personal radar in the air.
Enemy at the warehouse.
I hate that carbine fucking gun. Gonna tell Doc to confirm. Confirm the two-step? Two-step's not a real dance.
Reloading.
We're in the lead.
Enemy in the compound.
Stand by to move. Hardpoint contested.
I tried shooting him first.
Enemy's got the hardpoint. Okay, get to the hardpoint.
I have to reload.
No, she won't. She'll back me up. It's not real. Like, that gun is just so broken.
Enemy in the tire shop.
Hardpoint contested. Enemy's got the hardpoint.
Throwing grenade.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Why wasn't our running game?
Taking fire over here.
Enemy UAV
Throwing
overhead.
grenade.
Stand by to move.
Yeah. One problem with this gun is it doesn't do good at range.
Location secured. Next hardpoint, let's go.
Deployed.
I'm reloading.
Enemy cluster strike incoming. Take cover. Hardpoint contested.
How do I have teammates in that building?
Enemy in the courtyard.
Throwing grenade. I'm reloading. I got one.
Get ready, we're about to move. Enemy personal radar in the air.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Location secured. Next hardpoint, let's go. UAV
One
overhead.
down.
Hardpoint deployed. Enemy's taken the hardpoint. We've got the hardpoint.
Grenade out.
Hardpoint contested.
Throwing RPG.
Strike is go for launch. Enemy's got the hardpoint.
Enemy near Main Street.
Loader 2-0, good copy.
We're losing this fight. Get your heads in the game.
Look at you now.
10 seconds. Get ready to move.
Of course, an RPG.
Cluster strike is go for launch.
Target marked. You're cleared hot.
Loader 2-0, good copy.
One down. Reloading.
Changing max.
Hold ahead. Cluster strike is go for launch.
Enemy
Loader
near Main
2-0,
Street.
good copy. Strike away.
Mission accomplished. Top mark.
God Christ. That was just painful.
Enemy at the shipping area.
That's crazy. You were sweating with a fucking Uzi and you only dropped 17 kills? The fuck?
I like how the guy who was using the carbine was like, sweating with an Uzi, only dropped 17 kills. Anything good? I don't want to drop bullet velocity because that's damage in this game if I remember right. Let's actually remove you. Do you? Do you? Do you? Actually, let's drop you for full mags. Let's do that. Let's do that. I've actually been thinking, going off of the conversation from earlier about game dev, I think I'm gonna record basically a more formatted version of everything I was talking about. Maybe make that my first video.
Hardpoint identified. Move to secure. Reloading. Capture the objective. Location secure. We are in command. Reloading.
I know there's a guy here.
Reloading. The enemy took the hard point. We've taken the hard point.
This point sucks just from the sniperiness. Sniperiness of it. It's totally
The
a
enemy took
word.
the hard point. Enemy at the courtyard. Ready to move. We are losing ground. Focus.
The fuck game. Why is the game doing that all of a sudden?
Okay, hard point moving. Reloading. Enemy counter UAV. We've lost radar. Enemy's taking the hard point. Enemy
Come on,
UAV
game.
overhead. Enemy movement. Enemy cluster strike.
I wonder if this is what I was talking about, where it's having to download the shaders on demand.
Hard point contested.
God damn it, man.
God damn it, man!
Point secure. Enemy precision airstrike. Get down. Reload.
I can't move.
Go. Get to the next one. With you. Enemy's got the hard point. Changing mags.
That was an interesting kill cam. I'm not. Am I still under 11 seconds? Yeah. Okay.
Right behind you. Stand out! Reloading. 10 seconds. Get ready to move.
I think this next one's coming over here anyway. Do.
Go. Get to the next one.
I like the Val though, it just sucks so much at range. Oh, wrong button.
Enemy at the missile launchers. We've got the hard point. Hard point contested.
Come on.
They've reached the halfway point. Get moving. Grenade out!
Cool. Cool.
10 seconds. Get ready to move.
Like, what's going on all of a sudden where I'm just getting all of these crazy ass games?
Go. Get to the next one. Enemy down. Hard point lost.
Especially where I'm the only one of my team that's actually going for point. Let me see this.
Enemy at the courtyard.
Enemy at the window. Reloading. Enemy precision airstrike. Get down. Go. The next one.
Yeah, I think this is my last game of this, because we went from some pretty enjoyable games to whatever the fuck this garbage is.
Enemy's taking the hard point. Reloaded. Hard point contested. Enemy down. Reloaded. We've got the hard point. Enemy cluster strike. Take cover. Enemy's taking the hard point. Reloading. Hard point contested. Enemy at the missile launcher. Location secure. Stand by to move. The enemy took the hard point. Got you, Gajo. Changing mag. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy counter UAV. We've lost radar.
What killed me? Oh, man. Yeah, that's the end of this game. God. We saw the good and the bad of that. The good and the bad of Modern Warfare. It has a core ethos that works, that has worked for years, but it attacks its own core. It's just so sad, because it could be so good. Oh well. What time is it? 1? Almost 1? Do I want to hop into something else for... No, I think I'll call it there. I started early, I'll end a little bit earlier than normal. That way I can get working on some other stuff that I need to get done today. But thank y'all for joining me at least. I know I started a little early and threw everything off, but yeah, just was itching to get it done. Hope everyone has a fantastic Saturday, rest of their Saturday. Keep studying, Rocky. Get that Net Plus cert. And I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Figure out something now that I have my Destiny Light videos done. We'll see if what I do next. You're slogging through it. It's just keep going. Just keep swimming. But until Tuesday, hope you all have a great weekend, start to your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.